Welcome to the Talking Health Tech podcast. My name is Peter Birch. We're at Digital Health Festival 2025, and I'm at the Macrae Tech booth with Niru Rajakumar. G'day, Niru. How are you going?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Pete. How are you?
Really good. It's great to see you. It's great to be here in the ever-growing New Zealand presence here at Digital Health Festival. And I'm sure the last time I spoke to you, it was about healthcare technology, but it was with a different company. Same but different, but I guess that's what we'll kind of unpack today. But firstly, for those unfamiliar with you and what you do, tell us a bit more about you and what you do.
I'm Niru, the CEO of Hospitals for Macrae Tech. Previously ran the APAC division for Orion Health. Obviously, Macrae Tech is a spin-off company from Orion Health on the back of the acquisition that we had at Orion Health. So we just launched the company in April and 6 weeks into the job. Very exciting.
Amazing. Well, what a place to reconnect with the industry and at this event. But tell me a little bit more about the why or the split and give some more context there.
Yeah, sure. So Orion Health for some time now have been, as you know, we're 30 years healthcare experience organisation, 100% focused in healthcare. But for some time now, they've been focusing around how to work with partners around the globe, and being a global company and actually investing a lot in our Canadian operations over the last few years. We've had a significant amount of success, especially in Ontario with our digital front door. And so we connected with a number of organizations, one particular called Healwell AI. And Healwell AI is a digital health company based out of Canada. They have a portfolio of companies across the globe. And their majority shareholder is called Well Health, which is the largest primary care network across Canada. They also have a large presence in the US. And so we immediately found synergies with both organizations, and that they also had a number of AI companies that they were investing in, spending a lot of focus around building out development capabilities. And so there were natural synergies there. And with Orion's global presence, it was just a perfect fit.
Yeah, got you. And the purpose then of splitting out of because, one could say, well, continue to do what you do as Orion, and then the breadth of scope kind of broadens. But, there's a strong focus on the Macrae Tech brand here now. And what does that mean?
Yeah. So Macrae Tech spun off of Orion Health because Orion Health sold half of its assets focusing around population health capabilities. And the remaining half within Orion Health, we're focusing around two businesses, which I'll dive into in a second. Yeah. But the idea was that we wanted to create an innovation hub. And Ian Macrae, the founder of Orion Health, is also the founder of Macrae Tech, therefore his name. Yep. But the idea is really to carry on his legacy around innovation in healthcare, but also bringing technology to the forefront.
Yeah, got you. Well, tell me a little bit more about then the services under Macrae.
Yeah, sure. So the two businesses in Macrae Tech that came across, one is a hospitals business, which is effectively focusing around electronic patient records. So think of everything that you do within the walls of a hospital, end to end, from a patient walking in, getting administered, registered, actually getting booked into seeing a specialist, and then going into theatre, having the ability to electronically capture your information. So the theatre management workflow is intact, all the way through to your doctors and nurses actually having the patient record and all the information about the patient, from your demographics, your allergies, your documentation, your medical history, your recent events, pretty much everything. We also have a rich back office, so we provide the billing engine behind a lot of the hospitals, and then also extend right out to patient engagement, so providing hospital patients the ability to see their own record.
Yeah, got you. And I notice Orion's right next to you here. There's no rivalry, right? It's you guys are that's right. You guys are still cool.
It's a healthy rivalry. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. No, we're still really close in partnership. We have common board members across the two organizations, Ian being a common founder between the two. He's still a shareholder in Orion Health, and therefore we're Healwell AI as well. So there's a lot of synergies, but we still have reciprocal agreements between the two organizations to work with each other's technology, which is really important because Orion has such a global presence for such a long time, especially in Australia and New Zealand, which is a an important part of the globe for me personally and for McRae So we're going to continue to work together.
Yeah. Hey, look, you touched on, the global element, and as you explained earlier, Orion with the global presence too, and the strong Canadian element. McRae, is there a particular focus regionally that you're in? Obviously, Australia, New Zealand, super important, but what does that mean at a global scale?
Yeah, sure. So the other business that I didn't touch on is our orchestral health intelligence data platform. So we launched that a few years ago, but it's in the sense of what we've been building in Orion Health for a long time, for many years. And the idea behind that is it's a health data platform that serves effectively working across health providers with any kind of healthcare data in any sort of format. And it has three main components to it. It has a data lake that effectively works with unstructured and structured data, and then has a canonical health data model that standardizes and normalizes that data before providing meaningful insights to end-user organizations, either being clinicians or researchers or analysts. And so with that platform and the hospital's electronic patient record, our presence is actually global. So the health data platform right now is being used out of a large state in US from New Mexico. And then with the hospital's product, we have about 7 customers across Southeast Asia, and they've been around for at least 15 years, most of those customers. And actually, the first day of the company, we signed a new Thai private hospital, which was quite exciting.
Yeah. It's a good way to start. Yeah. Oh, well, that's interesting in itself too. So from a customer perspective, given there's that long legacy already that they would have, what was that transition like for them to be able to go from, is it the same product but under a different banner, or what does that look like from a customer's point of view? Yeah,
great question. Look, I think there were a lot of initial questions about how this would work. Are we a new company altogether with new values, new principles? And the answer is yes, of course, because we are our own brand now. However, again, the essence of what Ian built over 30 years with Orion Health still carries over, which is passionate about healthcare, passionate about innovation, passionate about technology, and how to actually solve some fundamental healthcare problems. So with that in mind, and reassuring that a lot of the staff members actually from Orion Health who were in these businesses previously came across with us. Yeah. So about 100 people out of 500 people from Orion moved across to McRae. So from a customer perspective, it was really business as usual, which gave them comfort.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it sounds like then you've got a good foundation then to be able to then move on, like continuing to do what you've done, I guess, but under in a new house or whatever kind of analogy that you want to do. New capability opens up a lot of opportunity, I'm guessing. Like what does that look directionally for you, where it's all going?
Yeah, at the moment, it's really about getting our feet under the table. It's been 6 weeks, since the company launch. So we're really focusing around how to actually optimize our tools, our processes, how to get all our employees being as productive as possible. Fortunately, a lot of the sort of groundwork we did previous to the company launch has carried through. But directionally and from a focus point of view, at the moment, as not a surprise to anyone, it's all about AI. And so we really want to embrace an AI culture at McRae. And what that means is it's not just about building some cool technology for solving some AI use cases or healthcare use cases, or just using some tools. It's actually every single person understanding what AI does and the impact it has on healthcare. And then from there, identifying champions who can actually work with the teams to actually say, how does this impact you day to day? Either if you're a developer or you're building documentation, or you're in the front line from a sales or pre-sales perspective, or in delivery and operations, we want to be able to have an AI-first mindset and culture.
Yeah. I find almost nowadays, it's to say, given the prevalence of AI across every industry, it's almost like saying, we're a technology first, or we're just, computers. Like it's across, and when you think about in AI in healthcare, it could be really patient focused in terms of, what they may see in the interaction piece, or it could be on a diagnostic perspective where the AI is really helping the clinicians in making a diagnosis, or it could be entirely behind the scenes where on a front end it feels very the human element, but there's so much data to crunch. There's the AI element. Is there particular directions on an AI side in healthcare that McRae is looking at, given the legacy, given the stuff that you've done, and I guess the solutions? I can kind of hazard a guess which direction it would be, but like, what does that look like?
Yeah, sure. So on the hospital's electronic patient record side, it's really about how you can value add in hospitals for clinicians, but also the administrators of the hospitals, really the entire workforce, using AI on top of the existing platform. So there's kind of obvious use cases that come to mind at the moment that we're looking at: AI scribing, the clinical documentation piece, clinical decision support, so the ability for AI to actually interpret the medical record and provide patient-generated summaries, discharge summaries, be able to auto-generate referral letters. It's an endless list of use cases, but the idea is that we want to start small and build on that. Yeah. And then on the orchestral, which is the health data platform side, it's all about population health. Yes. So how do you actually use AI to actually intervene early in healthcare, but for a large population, not necessarily for one particular organization or one particular hospital? Yeah. And so between those two, I think it's going to be exciting times for us because we know, again, with AI and its growth, we can have a few different options here. We're looking at actually at the early stages of developing our own AI tool within McRae Tech, so watch that space, but also looking for the right partners in the ecosystem that can actually work with us and integrate with us.
Yeah. Amazing. Niru, look, I feel like I've got a good understanding now of, McRae Tech and the direction it's going. Really looking forward to continuing to see that progress. And we know that McRae Tech's got a presence on the Talking Health Tech website, so we look forward to seeing more updates from that. I'm going to let you continue to get back to DHF because I can see your colleague Kerry is tackling individuals who are keen to come over and have a chat. So, Niru, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Pete. Okay. Glad to be here.